Hey, welcome back to the top, where analysis is the name of the game, and today what we have is a way to celebrate the 25 years of the Pokemon franchise, and what better way to do that than going over the first teams that I used in all of my Pokemon games. Now, there is a catch, of course. I don't have access to my older games for a multitude of reasons, really, and that's because I know what was it? I don't have some of them with me right now. I know at least my game battery is dead in my silver version. The Hall of Fame is ruined in my red version, and I constantly was restarting my Hoenn games. So this is the earliest known record of the teams that I used, at least in some of those games. But I can talk about the previous ones, because I do remember starting off with Blastoise in my red version way back when. And I can also say that I used the duplication glitch on my starter Pokemon for Alligator back in my the final silver file before the game battery died. That wasn't my first starter; it was Typhlosion, but that's just what I used. I'm probably gonna have footage of me reacting to my old silver copy, at least. Before we hop into this, I want to know if you remember any of your first teams when you first started a new Pokemon file on a brand new game. Down in the comment section below, let's bring up memories. As you know, 25 years of Pokemon is just a long time. We should really have a chance to reminisce. That's not a sentence. So, but like I said, you're probably wondering why I'm doing it from SoulSilver, and that's kind of because most of these copies, most of the teams from the first inception, or at least before I reset them, I wanted to save the Pokemon. So this is really the first inception, like the only record of the earliest members of that team. We're going to start off with FireRed. Like I said, this is going to be a little bit weird. I think it's really hard for me to tell. I had to double check on starting with SoulSilver to see if I had any copies of like teams that I brought over from the GBA games. And like I said, I did find it on SoulSilver. But the weird part is, these first 6 are nicknamed, but the ones from Hoenn aren't, so I'm kind of confused. But they both came in on July 19th, 2010, so I'm not exactly sure, because I mean, we have Charizard, Chiriza, Primo, the Primeape, we have Odin King, a Nidoking, okay, first of all, if you didn't pick up a Dugtrio from Diglett's Cave in Kanto, like the level 29 one, it pretty much carries you mid-game. Vapes, I don't know why I called it that. The Vaporeon. Jeez, 16-year-old me was very, very, very clever with his nicknames, huh? But this is what I'm talking about. Like, they're not nicknamed from Hoenn. This would be from my Sapphire version. But you see that, I mean, Blaziken. Apparently I didn't get a Leaf Stone in that copy of not SoulSilver, Sapphire. It's really weird. You have a Sableye, Altaria, Electrode. Yeah, Electrode, the only place to get a fully evolved Electrode would be from that point. The Evil Team Hideout, Magma or Aqua. And of course you had Kyogre and a Dive Ball, which, you know, that's pretty cool. But there's nothing like the challenge of trying to catch it in a Premier Ball. That wasn't very fun. I thought it could be. I heard a rumor that if you catch a Pokemon with a Premier Ball, it would be shiny. They still haven't done that yet. I'm surprised that they haven't. But those are the teams that I used in FireRed and Sapphire. We can move on now to, I would say, Pokemon Diamond. Screw it, we're gonna do it anyways, just to show you how pathetic I was before actually contemplating building a team for the story, you know? Ah, yes. The very first game I got on release day. It wasn't my first game, but I always will hold Sinnoh right to my heart. But now that we're in actually, like, games that can have a Hall of Fame record, I can actually show you the original Hall of Fame. Not that one, though. See, I don't want to be fishing through my PC constantly just to find it, but like, this is the only way I can do such a thing. So, like, we can hop in here, and we can see when I actually defeated the game. Game came out April 22nd, 2007, and this is my team. And I remember this Elite Four run like it was the back of my hand. At least some of it anyway. Because, I mean, look, okay. Look how bad I was at creating teams. I just had one Pokemon. I relied on the back of one Pokemon, and that was this Torterra. It was level 67. Look at the levels of these other Pokemon. A level 29 Floatzel. A level 19 Staravia. A level 50 Dialga, which I'm going to cover in a sec. A level 20 Luxio. You can even check their moves. Nice. And a level 14 Geodude. Now, this is a terrible team. You should never rely on a Pokemon's, like, a single Pokemon, because they're gonna break their back. And the main thing is, this Dialga somehow survived an earthquake from Cynthia's Garchomp with 17 HP, used Roar Time, and sent that Garchomp back to the Stone Age. Oh man, that was crazy. But this was the last time that I broke my starter's back, and from now on we actually have teams, because let me show you the true Sinnoh team. And while Pokemon Diamond was my first game that I bought on release, it was Pokemon Platinum that, for the first time, I followed the game's pre-released information and all that stuff with monthly Koro like anticipation for. But nowadays we don't even really use Koro anymore for new information. Now let me tell you, I still didn't use nicknames yet, but this team that I use is actually kind of interesting. Because this is the first time I ever used a team. Right here, we have our level 60 Torterra. That's not really a bad... Yeah, but I didn't use a rock move, probably because I had Rampardos here. A Houndoom level 54, because I'm not going to be using Rapidash again, even though I didn't really use it. But I just really liked having access to Dark. I have Vaporeon again. Apparently I like Vaporeon. Staraptor level 53. Rampardos. Who's ever used a Rampardos? Why in the... What kind of moveset is this? Who would ever teach the Rampardos Focus Blast and Thunder? I don't even have Rock Stab. What? Oh my gosh. Gliscor. Why do I have two ground types? Very interesting. No wonder my team was absolutely blanketed by water types that have ice coverage. Jeez. Hey, we're back here again. Seems like it was just yesterday. No, wait, that was today. We have our party members, not this one, because the game came out March 14th. We completed it March 20th. With this party, we have, of course, Jolteon. I still didn't nickname my Pokemon just yet, but I mean that's not really a bad moveset there for a Jolteon. Steelix, okay, it's looking up. It's looking up. This is not bad either. 55 Golduck. This Dragonite. I have a reason why I have Fire Punch, I believe, to silence those ice types if I'm ever in a pinch. I mean, this isn't even that bad either. It's the best starter. Opinionated Typhlosion. And we have Pinsir to bring the fighting type moves. That actually wasn't a bad team to use. Ah, yes, the game where I was crushed by walls of text 14 million times. It's Pokemon White version, and honestly, this game came out March 6th, 2011. I don't actually remember how far I got in here. Keep in mind that this Zekrom was not a part of my team. I just wanted to do it for storyline purposes, so I'll show you what my 6th Pokemon was. But we still don't have any nicknames here, because we just have Scrafty, High Jump, Kick, Rock Slide, Brick Break, Crunch, Zipstrika, Wild Charge, Thunder Wave, Discharge, Flame Charge. Not very, I mean, it's a great way to charge my phone, but that's something different. But of course, we have Samurott, Strength, Mega Horn, Scald, and Surf. That combo. We had a Haxorus. I was so clamoring to use Haxorus. I really wanted to. And I actually cycled through a bunch of different Haxoruses to actually get one with a decent nature. I ended up sticking with Jolly, though, so that was pretty good. And Braviary, one of my favorite flying types. There you are. It's this guy. It's this Reuniclus. Even though it's level 76 here, obviously, because it needs to be that high in order to defeat the Elite Four after the game is beaten. But yeah, that's what that was. Let me tell you that this is the definitive version of Unova. Between the two, this is heads and shoulders way better than the original white and black and white. But yeah, this game came out October 7th, 2012. I wonder how long it took me. Of course, here is the first... Wow, geez, what the heck? I forgot about this. I kept the same 3 Pokemon from my original white, but then added in 3 new ones. Of course, we have another Samurott, still not nicknamed. I don't think I started doing that until Generation 6. Of course, we have Lucario. I had the same, pretty much the same moveset there, minus strength. I had Aura Sphere, Dark Pulse, Bone Rush, Dragon Pulse, and that's definitely not bad on the Lucario. Braviary, of course, because I really wanted to use Braviary again. Haxorus, again, pretty much with the same moveset, except for Earthquake. I don't know who has Earthquake this time, because it has Dragon Dance this time. Espeon this time, Shadow Ball, Psyshock, Psychic, and Signal Beam. Electivire. Honestly, there's literally no difference here. I just switched out... Zebstrika for Electivire, but it roughly still has the same coverage. It has Thunder Wave, 2 electric stabs, and a fire coverage. Like, what? Isn't that funny? But October 15th, 2012, so it did take me 8 days to defeat that one. But now we can move on to the 3DS games. Let me tell you that I was exuberant when I finally got my hands on this game. Pokemon X, I had to walk to GameStop on October 12th, 2013. It took me like an hour or two just to get back, and I had a shoe that was stabbing me in the back of the heel, and I had to ask the GameStop employees for frickin' paper towels because it was bleeding. It hurt. Help! I can't find the Pokemon Center! No, really, where is it? I can't find it. Found it! Alrighty, let's check this out. We have Heliolisk. I named it Serena for some reason. Why? That wasn't even a reference to the anime. Jeez. Zephyr, the Salamence. Crunch, Dragon Claws, and Headbutt and Fly. Interesting. Gallade, Power Up Punch, Brick Break, Psycho Cut, and Leaf Blade. That's nicknamed Jericho. Interesting. I wonder what hidden power this is. I didn't notice this, but this is, of course, my favorite Pokemon. If you haven't already known, we have Clawitzer, Tate the Clawitzer. I don't know why. Maybe that was a Golden Tate, the wide receiver reference, because he was on the Seahawks at the time. We have McLeod. Oh, I know what this was. Oh, geez. This was a reference to everything that I had done that year of 2013. This is a reference for me watching Chugga Conroy's Super Mario Sunshine Let's Play. This is a reference to the worst Digimon season. It was Digimon Frontier. I have no idea what the heck this is a reference to, because I definitely didn't watch something like wrestling. This is a reference to football. This is a reference to me watching, I think his name is Olazandri, his Star Fox Let's Plays. And this is another reference to Star Fox. Star Fox Adventures, I believe it is. So that is... I totally forgot about that. But that's really cool. This one's the first game that I actually got at midnight. Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. This is the first main series game that I grabbed from GameStop and LP'd. You can find it on the channel. Me and my terrible mic setup and old webcam. Like, what the heck? This game is also banned from ranked. From going online for, like, Battle Spot. Oh yeah, this is right. This I also nuzlocked back in the day. Back when I originally had it, because a lot of these Pokemon are just really random. we have Heart the Blaziken, or sorry, that's Sherman the Blaziken. I regret this name, Bay the Latias. That's such a lame name now. I don't know why I called this Queen. I really don't. But Aeron, Kendall the Manectric. I just came up with random names like Riff. I was thinking Riff Raff. I don't know. Where did I come up with these? I love this name though. If you don't already notice, his name just looks like Kazi, right? But what symbol is that? That's a comma. Kamikaze. Oh my goodness, I am stupid. Let me tell you, I was hyped for this game, but now that the novelty has worn off over the years, this is not really the best. But I do remember being sick, falling ill like the week before. this game came out. So when I tried to start to LP it, it just didn't really work. How do I check the records? Who decided to put the Hall of Fame next to the freaking Pokemon League instead of the PC? Because now I have to go all the way back to Mount Kala. This old man brings it back. Don't know why, it's just so much harder to find. And it does... Como-O, Toucanon, Vikavolt, Salazzle, Lycanroc, Primarina. Can you just show me? No? What the hell? That is terrible. That is underwhelming. And now I gotta do it again! You know, if it's broken, just don't fix it. Just update the very end of the game and just resell it. Though this is the better version of Alola by far. But the only unfortunate thing is I have to fly back to Mount Kala again. Don't put me in your little box, Mr. Man. I'm gonna run you over with my Tauros. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, it's time for the underwhelming report of the day of the game. Let's see how much it varied this time. First entry of Hall of Fame. Incineroar instead of Primarina. I had Alolan Ninetales just because I really wanted to use an Alolan Ninetales. We have a Lycanroc Dusk. I know that is Lycanroc Dusk, though. Vikavolt. Did I use Vikavolt before? I don't really remember. And Mudsdale, Ferrari the Mudsdale. Show the clip. You're in third gear! You're in drive right now. Oh my! That's a crit for the ages! And Leafeon, who I never really used Leafeon well before this, so that was really interesting. But honestly, now that we're done, hopefully the Nintendo Switch games don't have me put in a box like this. I forgot I can't use my Pro Controller with this. Who would have thought that I would have come back and launched this game? So apparently it doesn't exist in this game, which is fantastic. This game still isn't as good as you would once think. The way it looks like is actually pretty good though. So we're just gonna have to do it this way. I just wanted to have that Hall of Fame type of thing, but I guess not. And the Alolan forms on this team technically had the nicknames on the layout when I played it 3 years ago. So that I'm just trying to go off memory. I do know that I was calling this thing Solstice, but I don't know about anything else like this. I can't actually remember this one. But I did have a Alolan Raichu just because I wanted that Psychic type. Rhonda, the Poliwrath, is probably a reference to something that at the time I didn't actually know was a bad thing. It was a reference to somebody nicknaming their Pokemon something. But I'm not going to mention it for reasons that's, well, yeah. But it has nothing to do with Ronda Rousey. She's cool. Lambo, the Rapidash, of course, is a reference to Ferrari the Mudsdale. Crit for the ages! Evan the Nidoking, if you're watching this, I hope you're having a great day. I'm not sure if you're going to be watching this, but yeah. Let's hope they fix this in Generation 8. Probably not. Yeah. No, there isn't a Hall of Fame at all. There isn't even a dude that lets you know what your first clear was. Literally, since it's a challenge, it's literally on the title screen. You can see Barraskewda, Orbeetle, Grimmsnarl. You can see Cinderace, Toxtricity, and you can see Mike Wazowski behind the Pokemon Sword logo, because you can't freaking see Sirfetch'd! Oh, for crying out loud. I mean, this game came out almost 2 years ago. But hopefully, this year we add more to the list of new teams. And remember, if you want to shine your memories, your former teams, in the comment section below, be sure to do that because, you know, this was kind of fun to do, really. So, I really would like to see other people's memories, because everybody should know that if they know me. I pride myself in nostalgia, but I am interested in what your teams and memories are. But anyways, if you did enjoy this blast from the past for the Pokemon 25th anniversary, go ahead and drop a like from the top to start the climb today. Subscribe for more because we are definitely doing some fun stuff on the channel. But with that, I gotta go. I'll catch you next time at the top because you know that that's how we do it.